What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you to the second playoff edition of the CIF San Diego Section's official podcast. I am Christian Pedersen. I'm joined by Tommy Morris, my co-host, and we are, as always, joined by Bodie DeSilva from Scorebook Live. Scorebook Live, the official digital content provider of all things high school sports across the entire universe. They've got the articles, the photos, the top 10. Bodie literally got a poll last year. They got like 1 million clicks type thing. Like they got everything you could possibly want there. Download the SB Live Sports app. You can visit scorebooklive.com. We should also, before we go any further in today's show, say thank you to the U.S. Army for their continued support of San Diego Prep Insider. Let's check out everything they're up to. Thank you guys. Division 5 time. We are on to, these are the quarterfinals. Yes. Right. I the way that I get week 0 and 1 and type things confused. I get, the firsts, the seconds,
quarters for D1 through 5. You're correct.
All right. So these are the quarterfinals. Crawford, number 1 seed, Castle Park, number 8 seed. That is our first game. We get to talk about. Crawford got the bye. Castle Park defeated the number 9 seed Southwest El Centro 49-32. Crawford, Castle. Let's start with you, Tommy Morris.
Yeah, I like Crawford in this. These guys have already played. In the first matchup, Crawford ran for 323 yards. That is a lot. Between their two leading rushers, Sharif and Armstrong, 1,600 yards between the two of them. That's pretty good. That's pretty tough to beat. Castle Park's going to have to really step up the defense if they want a chance in this one, but I do like the Colts.
Bodie DeSilva from Scorebook Live, your pick and or thoughts in Crawford versus Castle Park.
Yeah, I like Crawford as well. I think that week, if they had injuries, hopefully get healthier. But they're the number 1 seed here for the reason. I know I didn't pick them later on, but at least for this round, they are my pick. I think they will get onto the semifinals and still be hosting.
Winner of that game will play winner of number 5, Mar Vista, taking on number 4, Army Navy Academy. Army Navy Academy with a bye in the first round as a testament to the significant amount of defense that team played all season long. They were able to get a bunch of wins, look very impressive on paper statistically. Mar Vista, they are the number 5 seed, but they also play maybe the toughest strength of schedule if you look up and down this entire division. So, this could very easily also have just been a home game for Mar Vista. Both a couple of impressive squads. I like it's way North County versus way South Bay. This is a great, this is what you like about the playoffs. Matchups that you wouldn't necessarily think of matter a ton. Tommy Morris, let's start with you. Mar Vista, Army Navy Academy.
Yeah, I don't know who we call the favorite in this. Kind of like you said, this could really go either way. Nehemiah Brunson, probably the best, or at least definitely the best sophomore in this playoff bracket, but maybe one of the best players just in general. 1,500 all-purpose yards for Army Navy, But Alexander Woj, the Woj man, 2,667 passing yards, 634 rushing yards. He has 40 total touchdowns. I like the Mariners' offense. Again, I don't know if this counts as an upset, but I think Mar Vista.
Ooh, these wins with the storm blowing something in from the backyard that is absolutely destroying my nose. Bodie DeSilva from Scorebook Live.
Yeah, I think this is really an underrated matchup this week, not just in this bracket, but in the entire county. I have Army Navy advancing to the championship game, but I also wrote about how I think Mar Vista is a sleeper. And when they put up 69 points last week, it kind of shows what they're capable of, but they're going up against an Army Navy team that was kind of record-breaking defensively with how little they gave up this week. So it'd be interesting to see which style wins out there. I'm going to take Army Navy because I do have them playing in the final, but and whether it's not an upset, I know Tom was kind of questioning that. I think that's if Mar Vista were to win, wouldn't surprise me, but I'll stick with my Army Navy pick for now.
A lot of Army Navy's success defensively came inside the box. Got a great defensive line, huge pressure up the middle. A lot of Mar Vista's success comes from their quarterback getting outside of said area. So I think it's really also perfect. Just it will seem, no matter what, whether Army Navy is succeeding or Mar Vista is succeeding, like chaos is probably happening on every play because Alec Wojcik will be scrambling for his life. By design or by necessity, no matter what, that game is going to be a lot of fun. Absolutely. Like you said, Bodie, could be one of the more underrated ones in the entire first round of the playoffs. Other side of the bracket now, Classical Academy, the number 3 seed, they had a bye in the first round. They will take on the number 6 Vincent Memorial Catholic team, who moved on after a 42-6 win over Mountain Empire. Classical Academy, one of the most impressive offensive teams this season across the entire county. Bodie DeSilva from Scorebook Live, let's start with you.
Yeah, it's Classical Academy for me here in this one. They battled really close in the league. They did fall to Escondido Charter. That was kind of the difference in that 2 versus 3 seed there. But I like Classical to take this one and make their way into the semis.
Tommy Morris, your thoughts?
For Vincent Memorial, they have a Mr. Do Everything at quarterback. Also, Jacobo Elias, over 3,000 passing and rushing yards combined, 32 total touchdowns. He'll be fun to watch in this game too. Life Pollard, though, for Classical, 18 touchdowns in 10 games. Tough guy to tackle. I do like the Caymans here, but I think it'll be a close one.
Final game to talk about in Division 5 is number 2 Escondido Charter. They have moved on from their bye. They're taking on number 7 El Cajon Valley. This is kind of similar, I think, to the matchup that we saw on the other side of Army Navy and Mar Vista, where this is strength of schedule versus different strength of schedule. El Cajon Valley had to play some bigger teams throughout the year. Escondido Charter looks good on paper, maybe not tested quite as hard. Bodie DeSilva from Scorebook Live, we start with you.
Yeah, Escondido Charter for me here. They are my ultimate pick to win the championship. I have them over Army Navy. I think El Cajon Valley did sneak by. I expected them to have a little more success on offense last week, but I think Escondido Charter being rested up with the bye will keep them fresh and allow them to move into the semis where they'll have a rematch against Classical.
Tommy Morris, your thoughts?
Skylar McMahon for Escondido Charter, a 27-4 touchdown interception ratio. I like those odds. Quarterback can take care of the football and score a little bit too. I like Escondido Charter, but all these games really are going to be close, and that obviously playoffs, but we have seen some lopsided ones, especially in the lower divisions. I think everybody in this bracket's pretty close. So I think El Cajon Valley can keep it close by running the ball with Cal Gordon, but I think ultimately Escondido Charter will come up with the victory.
There you have it. Make sure you follow along for all of the scores and results with the SB Live Sports app, or visit scorebooklive.com to check out everything there. And swipe around on this playlist to go check out our other divisions, including the Division 4 one, which we're going to go do next.